First of all, the error that you are referring to was a clerical error. It was an administrative error. The administration maintains the position that this individual who was deported to El Salvador and will not be returning to our country was a member of the brutal and vicious MS-13 gang. That is fact number one. Fact number two, we also have credible intelligence proving that this individual was involved in human trafficking. And fact number three, this individual was a member, actually a leader of the brutal MS-13 gang, which this president has designated as a foreign terrorist organization. Fact number four is that foreign terrorists do not have legal protections in the United States of America anymore, and it is within the president's executive authority and power to deport these heinous individuals from American communities. It is a promise he campaigned on. It is a promise he is keeping.
This was a screw-up, in my opinion. The administration won't admit it, but this was a screw-up. Mr. Garcia was not supposed to be sent to El Salvador. He was sent to El Salvador. The Democrats say, look, you know, we told you Trump is a threat to democracy. This is going to happen every other Thursday afternoon. I don't see any pattern here. I mean, you know, someday pigs may fly, but I doubt it.
Are you concerned that more mistakes could happen?
Well, sure. None of us want mistakes. Mistakes bad. Doing it right, good.
Yeah.
But it was a screw-up, and I understand why the administration is bowed up and said, we won't admit it's a mistake, because if they do, they'll have their throats torn out.
Senator Kennedy did come out and say, yeah, this guy looks like a really bad guy, but the administration made a mistake sending him to El Salvador. Do you feel that way?
We did not make a mistake. We have always maintained that this was an individual who needed to be deported from our country. The president swore to the American public he was going to deport illegal criminals, and especially those who have been involved in violent gangs like MS-13 that have terrorized American communities. And so to the Democrat Party, who thinks that they are going to bring this foreign terrorist back to the United States of America to live a peaceful and happy life, that is never going to happen.
Listen, Karoline Leavitt knows good and well that she's lying. And you know that because when Senator John Kennedy calls you out, you know that you've gone above and beyond.
The framers of the Constitution said that every person, not citizen, every person within the jurisdiction of the United States has due process. That is violated by the administration, and we would like to know what you, as the people, the Congress, who are supposed to rein in this dictator, what are you going to do about it? These people have been sentenced to life imprisonment in a foreign country with no due process. Our government cannot do anything. Why won't you do your job, Senator?
Yeah. It's fine. Obeying the Supreme Court. Trump's not obeying the Supreme Court. He just ignores them. Yeah, screw it.
We're all following the news of the day. We are seeing right before our eyes what it looks like when the head of the government of the country we live in doesn't think he has to obey the courts or the law. It's an incredibly important and incredibly dangerous moment for the country. It's a test of whether we're actually a freedom-loving people. And I think it leaves a lot of Americans feeling powerless. I wouldn't be here if I didn't believe that there are a lot of things we can do. Some of them seem old-fashioned, getting in touch with your member of Congress or joining a demonstration in the streets. But those are important. And we're going to have to be creative about other means of making it known that this is a freedom-loving country, that wherever you come out of, left, right, or center, we're not going to stand for the head of the government of this country continuing the process of taking on absolute power. And instead, we're going to build something different and better, a vision where our politics and our economics respond to the needs of everyday people, one that leaves us more free and more prosperous than before. We are very obviously less free and less prosperous than we were even a few months ago. But this doesn't have to be a one-way trip.
I mean, like, outside of cruelty being the point, it's so obvious why there's so much incompetence happening in this administration. And it's because of who's in it. You know, you got Pete Hegseth, who might get booted now. The only reason Donald Trump put him ahead of that massive agency that employs millions of people is because he enjoyed watching him on Fox News. The only reason Dr. Oz is in the position he's in is because Trump thinks he's a good cast character. He was a doctor on TV, so he must be where he is. And then the other people in his administration, like Linda McMahon, who donated $20 million to Trump's campaign, which got her where she is. Elon Musk, who's, shows himself over and over again to be a complete moron and a fraud. All of this is an epic disaster because the people running the country don't know what the hell they're doing. And it's not rocket science. We need better people in office all across the board. And at the end of the day, that's up to us.